Greetings, I'm Mayor of the City of Mascoutah. Today I would like to share with you some information about the state of your city related to the COVID-19 crisis. With me are Brad Meyer, City Manager, who will talk about our city operations during these tough times, and Scott Walter, Police Chief, who will talk about public safety. Make no mistake, we're talking about a crisis. Politics aside, I think Governor Pritzker's decision to declare a disaster early in the game was a good one. After the governor's declaration, St. Clair County and other counties, local governments, including the city of Mascoutah, followed with emergency declarations. During the past few weeks, I and other city officials have sat in on numerous conference calls with federal, state, St. Clair County, and other agencies to ensure that we remain current on all the issues. I want to reassure all of our citizens in Mascoutah that your city officials have acted responsibly in complying with all the guidance and directives that have been issued. I hate to impose restrictions. For example, bars and restaurants closed, non-essential businesses closed, no sports activities, no church services, living in isolation, and it goes on and on. I realize it's difficult for all of us. And I don't know about you, but I miss my sports on TV. I miss going out to lunch and dinner. I miss going to church services. I miss the quality time with friends and family. I miss the birthday parties. I miss my Rotary Club meetings. I miss traveling. That too, the list goes on and on. I'm sure that all of you miss your favorite things and do not enjoy this sheltered life. No matter how tough all these restrictions are on us, we must endure. It is imperative that we all sacrifice in order to stop the spread of the COVID-19, in order to save lives and get through this pandemic. And so I, like many others, are asking everyone to be patient and exercise all the precautions that have been given. Wash hands frequently, use hand sanitizer and disinfecting wipes as appropriate, avoid large groups, maintain social distancing of 6 feet or more, wear masks when out in the public. In conclusion, all of us that watch the news can see how deadly this virus really is. We can all see our medical people and what they're up against. God bless our medical people, the doctors, the nurses, the hospital workers, everyone else involved in healthcare, our EMTs and first responders who are on the front lines of this war. They deserve our deepest gratitude. Also, I give a shout out to those who are out there looking for someone to help. Be safe as we look forward to our return to normal lives. I've condensed a lot of information into this short message. If anybody has specific questions, there are tons of websites that you can access. Or you can call City Hall at 566-2964 and we'll get you an answer. Thank you.
Thank you, Mayor. Greetings. I'm Brad Meyer, City Manager for the City of Mascoutah, and I'm here to give you an update on the operations that the city is doing during the COVID-19 pandemic and how we will all get through this crisis. As the Mayor mentioned, we're operating in tough times through uncharted waters. We're doing business in a way that we've never done before, especially for a municipality that provides utility services. The Mayor, the Chief of Police, and I, as well as numerous members of the staff, have participated in many teleconferences, briefings, and emails to ensure we continue to provide you the government services you need while ensuring the safety of the public as well as city employees. We've had to make changes to the way we conduct business, and quite frankly, you and the city employees have adjusted well to this different way of doing business. City Hall, unfortunately, has been closed to the public. We don't like operating this way, but it's the safest way to reduce contact between employees as well as customer-to-customer contact. We are conducting business through alternate means such as phone calls, emails, faxes, using our Facebook and our webpage, and continued use of our drive-up payment box. Most of our administrative employees are working from home most of the week. They come in to complete tasks that they can't do from home and head back there. Their work phones are forwarded to their cell phones, so no calls go unnoticed. However, we also have one employee in the utility office every day to help take calls. Our EMS and police are working their shifts as normal with the additional task of disinfecting themselves, their equipment, and vehicles before and after every shift. Our laborers are working split shifts. Half of the workforce works 1 week with the other being on call, and then they alternate. We also have significantly stepped up our disinfecting procedures. All work centers have disinfectant, and the city recently purchased a portable disinfectant fogger. It can disinfect vehicles as well as entire rooms and buildings, and we'll be able to use this machine well after this crisis is over. We've also had to close down our park buildings and facilities. Due to social distancing requirements, people are only permitted to walk through the park or use the berm trail. Even then, you should practice social distancing, and definitely no groups over 10 people. We've made these changes to ensure the safety of our city employees, but also for the safety of you, our hometown residents. The city has taken these actions to prevent contamination, but it's all up to all of us to do our part to reduce the spread of the coronavirus. Your first and best course of action is to stay home. Ask yourself, is it really necessary for me to go out now? If it can wait, please wait. If you go out, practice your social distancing. As much as you can, maintain a 6-foot distance between you and everyone else. Wash your hands thoroughly and a lot. Try to keep your hands away from your face as well as others. We're being told now to wear a face mask when you must go out. And it's true, it provides a good barrier for outgoing and incoming germs. But most of all, take care of yourselves. I'm looking forward to getting back to business as usual. Our business is you, and we want to see you again. I know it can be frustrating, but you and I must operate under these circumstances as long as necessary to defeat our common enemy, COVID-19. We will win this fight as long as we fight together. We are strong, we are Mascoutah, we will win. And now I'll turn it over to Chief of Police, Chief Walter.
Thank you, sir. I'm Chief Walter, the police chief here in the city of Mascoutah, Director of Public Safety. I'd like to say a few words and explain the operational aspects of what the EMS and the police department are doing during this COVID-19 pandemic that's occurring. First of all, I want to assure the public and everyone else that the police and EMS are fully staffed, and we were responding to calls in the Mascoutah city limits for any of our residents or businesses that require our assistance. However, the way we are doing business is a little different now. Currently, our EMS supervisor is being updated on a daily basis, sometimes 2 or 3 times a day, by compiling information from the Department of Public Health, the CDC, county EMS, and on all protocols and procedures that are changing rapidly and sometimes daily. The police, we have to protect our police officers and our EMS persons from becoming infected if we're going to continue operationally within the city. So we've made a few changes that we are doing, and I'd like to explain those. First of all, if you call the police and there's not a crime in progress, we may be asking you to just talk to the officer on the phone and give him the information so he can complete a police report. However, if there's a need, if there's any type of in-progress call, or if you just want an officer to contact you, we will continue to do that. However, when we contact you at your residence, we only ask that maybe you step outside onto the porch or in the front yard to talk to the officer and give him the information required for the police investigation. We can't eliminate all contact with the public, and we won't. We will be there to enforce the law and to take the necessary steps, just like we always have, if required. However, the police do not want to be the social distancing police. So please, avoid crowd gatherings, non-essential businesses. Please stay closed as required by the governor's executive order. We will be doing spot checks throughout the city on these businesses. Our officers are doing very visible patrols. I'm happy to say that we have not had any incidents of crowds gathering in the city of Mascoutah. One of the reasons is that it's because of the socially conscious, close-knit community that we have here with our residents. I applaud our residents for taking this seriously and adhering to the rules that have been set forth and the guidelines by the governmental entities. We have seen an increase in outdoor activity as far as people walking their dogs, going for a walk in the evening through neighborhoods, joggers, people riding their bikes, and I think that's a good thing, as long as you adhere to the social distancing guidelines put forth. Any type of physical activity like that, I believe, is a good thing for our residents in the city. Once again, I want to thank the residents for their compliance during these times, and just remember, the rules that are set forth by the government entities, they do save lives, and they decrease the spread of this virus. Lastly, I want to thank all of the first responders that are out there on the front lines every day. Not just the police and the EMS and the fire department, but the hospital workers, the nurses, the doctors who are caring for the sick, the people who are caring for our elderly in some of the assisted living and nursing homes. These people deserve a thank you from both myself and from the public, so keep them in your prayers. Please stay safe, healthy, wash your hands frequently, and adhere to all the social distancing guidelines. We will defeat this and get through this together with everyone doing their part. Thank you.